sem chu Rinpoche ma shi pa na shi jur ji shi ba nyam ba me ba toni kondam perwa sho ni je chimbo tu den ni machine zone mam chimbo Pikartang sentu shormodo tumba karan chan la survande jagar penchen polaka Pimalin troncola de trome tartalhonum sambu kananzo Orgyen Rinpoche la survande Roman chujin je purone tu son sonji kanjemo Ronsen tu kungan se tunzi peza vulan shabl survande Dasun rovlo na chula yer dasun rovlo na chula Dasun rovlo na chula yer Susan dunga chinda che jin chen Nyarson me pon shiva jalas Sem chen tuend nyurdu dam che na Tambanam junun tu tarda so Good morning. Please to generate bodhicitta. Samba hyonchun chodu tuhi de samba hya. Tayo konghi samba hya wa chuja ramba na rupa chenpo longchen hinti ku hondru. Tui gongzong lam hya longri. Dala tamu hyoyon hondru, tamu nongku hondru. Nyamle ngu yi chalo, nyalam pogo chotong sam yopu noni. Tamu hyoyon hondru sonte, tamu hyoyon hondru hyutub dise. Da tamu nongku hondru ni sachi namba. Nga do jire judo. Zhu kongyon chama chu paji sayas tandis. Namjun rachi na juk chukong te kakazu gana. Chukong namba ngan zhu rachu lirite. Yana yung di kachong suyongwa. Hyodjajik trabajik uti sonen juk chukong gungun danala. O along rigo tsawu lama lan chu juj me jite kari rese jite kahi katraba ngala tiso tela ndo chire jido senyi nga suyu kapsala lama nanjor ton yarni chogun duru son yana yon di kapsala tsu sofa mendrar ka yan lok chahi tizo na garwa yogu mare son wadu ta mendrar ka kons padu wadu ngo lan chu juj me le san go samsam dandra 도저도 멘저도 주 저를 되게 지쳐도 줘 봐해. 다 것이리 초속 멘저 제가 맞죠. 더니가 냠도 수 동과도 더니 조금 안 봐나 저리나 너나지리 근데 거리 용마 돈 탐바즈가나 조금 아바선 거요리 미사가 까네. 도저도 조금 아바 더여 지쳐도 줘 봐해. 다 제르지도 맹어 세지만 그 다하 세지만도 던지저도 대리 대라용 토마 바르던 타마시 단 돈보 제르지도 지 미름 미팔 지 던지저 감그레서 다네 제르지도 용 미팔 템보 톱 살드 다네 제르지도 제첸요 세거나 단디 값은 제첸 니리 고존이 간지도 찬지 니세 더니가 그 조고존이 드리죠 송도 더니 가정 우체가 제레주도 디 이제 닝그노니 다 제레주도 야라 간지도 찬지 그 코스 더니 디 가슬라 참지 그 값슬라 디 투파고라 아통 요죠 the member top dots call then 제레지도 top 농가 지 맞좀부터 롯동 때도 초마게 파조 좀나리 오만 그 dots 열차도 then 대용이 용의 member top dots call 용의 딜롱파 야르셔니 롱파 그 젤라 then 다히부터 제자스 나던 초연 야슬라소파 추질듯 대도 탐지 지레주도 효주 자르바 시동 기파 총라 추 롱기 초조 드네 지레주도 드바용 초 토목 무도 탐지 토 송송 데라 지레주도 드네 야라 chanji song on to tani on chere judo di dachi lompati mar riduk sencha choma la shorni dachi khatong di lanchop choma shalan solan tolan da tandi lanchop mombo cho de da choma de teni yong rong ko sonam ko cho zo japa to cho tomo ko ndu malu ko topa sam tandi zo mi pala kambo yo na tani teri che judo riru sasu linno dunga posho ton trarte se tingo tanaya chere judo perna chere judo mime la hirap ba midzi zinanda oya kupa la hirap je chezi zinanda tandizo tandorna lompa mar sharon jita sindo pa si kundo pa kukcho ndo pa la te tsadu deli mase da chiyo ndrowa ritu se chora nasong ka nisam nyarwa yodo tandosam tori ka nisam madong la laman se nisam tak trukde soso la linnon dungal pasha tamche tong trade se ndi kapsala dungal pasha tamche se ritu ku dungal de do tamche kabali hyonzo yan san gogo somna jerido lig noma se jite ha chong ka chimbo jire jerid mato jese ka la go torong se ka ritu ku noma jese anda yan ji hi yonzo ka ritu ku noma tenda mare the lig noma se du senchen sosu lig no se jite nyarba se oncho to soso nyarba ti hiena sosu nyarba ti yozi ke te likate leni ti li te la teni ti nyarba noa te ronga kharsole pe na chiri li topa ji do madapa ni nyarba ka li nyarba la hezi ka li mem chi do nyarba la hezi ka li yongkhen chi ninte nyarba la sona li menken ta nyarba thong ma mi ji hina nyarba hingam thong do li koronte yonkente li onke rong li de so chaliran te nyarba to nyarba dumar ti nyamso nyongo ko tendra bo chi ke ri drup se nyarba yodo tandro la do mo choma rong so su li no se li no ma ka chob yong re ma to te la hepa po chi konyo mandu son je pa tok je yo nyarba yin na hinkam yin na go tando go su du go na kere to he on po ju mandus perna machaga hinkam la hienro seji tego ti sonji noan thai donguru rumbo chi jetsan ruma la sora tabdena tegi kere judo tuje do hyanlap ji po yonjire ma to garte ti hinkam ten thong gosi yo na rong sang no la ti thong he jete leka legure ma to jis thong he jete mena kon nambi go ten tag mare garte kon nambala ten tzi ke te dutep te yo na tani jila drondu gore kong nambi lamsong tuan go gore ba senchen la tuan go gore te tuan mata ni rono so so ko drup aru chu deva jan rozi ko malam dan a drup a hinkam choma la se dan dan drup tani juna tani chire judo ti rong go le no ma ke te juna ti kong nambi tuje hyangla junju yon na hinkam te rong la khare gore hinkam kana yena ti te mo che ka chom dani nyaman na ju shoro na se tana ka hi ji ndi charlotte na lonum randra jinpi pache mombo chi no ju sona phu yo sak sa san de tende rong ri li no ma te yo yo na be na deva jan he ji ju yo to so yang mo chi drup tende zu de chen li no te he ji na o po me ko tu je to chang shima thot se ga chen da la yo da tin da na du sa ka sa chan de ga ro deva jan khen kam jon ro le tende zo de chere zo da so su li no du na 세지때 학용거 갈 침본는 마도 용 아래 때 말에 아른데 yenji ngal te unzure asamyan ga mare mato ndroba ri tula soso la dunga rere linno rere ole pe na chere jido ngacho moyena go morere ron soso la ji linno rere ndoa kahin chere jido ji hymonne kahin kensaman kahin tawa 존날 kahin tawa ngonda kahin tawa genda 지고 kahin 체지 현다데 단 그 linno 세지데 단리저 카히건 무세스고 베조즈나 공용 희가밈 카히건 베조 공용 마즈나 체질 희모만다 차가운 점모만다 된단다 티텔리고 노마 세탄리 저조도 냐르발 희소나고 냐르바 차종고 둥아 졸레레 예엄 좀 롱글 리고 노마 그 때디 제테 리차도 때트용을 따가 linno 둥아 Teni Pasha says it, Dungar the Pasha re. Pasha latani Dungar knows it, Dungar origin retook. Talino pena Nyarvala Tsarong Gudunga, Yadola Tikong Gudunga, Tungu Tundrola Lanku, Mola He, Ga Nan Chosation, Lala Cherejudo, Potong Gudunga says, Laman Tatsu Gudunga, Rom Sosola Dunga, Samji Mashapa Jola, Teda Tomchi, Pasha latani Dungar, Dunga latani, Dungar te Ritu Dungas. The Pasha Katsong Hughes on them. Cherejudo, Pasha Cherejudo, Chang Namjan Tenizo. Luhung Gushu Latani, Gushu Zigana Chokri, Ngulvala, Segana, Tachi Gunusure, Cho de Dena Gunsure, Madina desure, Mixer Kachok, Jerry to the Chick, Lutin Guni, Geva to Difachi Dubgasona, and Jerry to the mock Mixer Kachik, Magiwach to the Chonchi, Sing and Sitsuzosona, and Mixer Kachik, Geva Man and Band to the two Dugana, and Dorna. Lungo Yosum Gichu Rere Latani, Coachere to the Sank note on a Pasha Yonder. Pasha take Karma Noxon, say change. Karma Noxon to Jerry to the Pashudu Yon Telatango Yolere, Sulu Lang do Yon till Telatan Lango Yolere, Linon Coachere to the Hero to Zu, Java Concham, Tondro Dedu Somayon, Tedot Soma League Nomak Haronsura, those are the Pasha, said the Katon carried and Mission to so young Mozuna. Pasha Yongshi Redor, Ronko Sam Gonola Pasha Yomochi Yago says, Namjanga Jakakela, Aru Pasha Yomochi Yoda said. Pasha Lu Yo, Pasha Latani Mount Bag, they do the young girl, Tela and Tennis up, Lino Pasha, Tamchiton, Tarsos, then Lino Pasha said it, Mugev Pasha, Dungar Kandriv, Tedot Somate, Tarsons. Then you touch it is Tarchadu Potanchi, Papa Hiene Componto. Motanchi, Jetson Pomadrum Componto. Consum Corva Tony Tuba Gisam. Then country carried no ten Mala, Mandran La Tangi Yanson. And you can this. Oh, yeah. Now, I just to say that, please to generate bodhicitta. And with this bodhicitta, we are studying the word of my perfect teacher, heart essence of the great perfections. And it itself has 3 principal sections. And first, preliminary, like the common preliminary practice. Second is uncommon preliminary practice. Third one is like the branch, the part of the main teaching, which is the transference is power. And we are in the first is we kind of to study, and now we are in the how to say extraordinary or the inner preliminary practice. It itself has normally it is 6 chapters, or sometimes you say it's the 5 chapters. And if you say that 5 chapters, last time is I think I don't know someone's asked it to me, and this is the KUSALI'S accumulations, and this one is why at the beginning there is no homage to the root teachers. And also Masha or someone's like kind of the suggestion and the kind of opinions, and we are a little talking. It's true, because it inside to say this normally is belong the Guru Yoga, according to the Longchen Pa's book, the rest in the natural state. But according in the word of my perfect teacher, and it is not a contradiction but this is like linked to the mandala accumulations, and that perspective, this is like kind of the beginning homage is like kind of the included beginning of the mandalas, the homage. Maybe and that perspective, it is belong the part of the mandala. And that perspective we do, and then it's 5 chapter, and according the classification of the book itself, then there is 6th chapter. It is already called the chapter of the 5, which is the accumulation. How does the Kusali accumulation? This one. And also here is we just yesterday we are talking about the meaning of the Jut. And Jut is we call the accumulation, the Kusali accumulation. Kusali accumulation, it is like rely on the body, our own bodies, and this making the like kind of offering and the generosities. Now, normally when you are practice, you are talking about the 4 fist. 4 fist is like white fist and variegated fist and red and black. But here is like kind of the 3 fist and white and variegated. And then it's like there is like we first one is finished, and then second one is variegated and a feast. That means it's like we visualize ourselves as the wrathful, black wrathful mother, and then it's like under the school cup, the representative, the part of A, letter A, and this fire is like blensed and heat up the kapala, and the inner liquid of the body is transformed into the nita, and nita is boiled, like yesterday we found, but boiled, and that's you need to visualize. And the boiled and the steam is coming out, and this steam is want to the third, like to be, or like kind of the reach in the 10 directions, who wherever dwell any kind of Buddha and Buddhist service, we like kind of the steam and to touch or to reach to them, and also each these steams, and there are like kind of the great magnificent offering things. Yesterday we already like says 7 offering bowls, the 8 auspicious, and 7 like kind of the precious the royalties, so on. And that is, we say, is like kind of the feast variegated and above. And now it's like a second, the feast of the variegator, and also this steam is like a kind of the flourish to down to 6 ralamas. And one is like 6 ralamas sentient beings. They received this steam, like they whatever, like this steam is transformed, whatever they desire for, whatever they wish for. And like this. Today we are page 32. It says that delivered from all the effect of the actions, suffering, and habitual tendencies of each of the 6 ralamas. Delivered or the free from it. That means it's free from all the effects of the actions, suffering, and habitual tendencies of each of the 6 ralamas. Here is like kind of each of the 6 ralamas. Each of the 6 ralamas, each one has their own situation and their own kind of the realities. And also the 6 ralamas, each individual has different situations, and that is like each individual's result, like through their own each individual effect of their own actions. And then it's like according to these actions, they have habitual tendencies. These according habitual tendencies, they have the different 6 realms sufferings. And here is very important things. The 6 realms, we say is like, of course, there is many different kind of the discussion. For example, some non-Buddhist peoples, they say some different spiritualities. In the Buddhist, they talk about the 6 realms. This is like kind of the imitating kind of the Hinduism. Maybe Hinduism, but also Hindu philosophy is quite very much deep, very much profound. Maybe it's some that is maybe Buddha, he thought maybe it is correct. And also he own self, he like kind of the talking about the 6 realms. Now it's like the 6 realms, like normally we have inferior 3 realms, hell, hunger, ghosts, animals. And 3 are like more superior realms, human, God, demigod. There are like kind of each individual, they have different situations. But this kind of the realms, who created, who kind of the produced, how it is came for us, these appearances. These appearances comes from our own individual habitual tendencies, nothing else. And for example, if I may perceive the appearances of any kind of 6 realms, maybe you cannot to perceive that. Maybe if you say it's like, oh, you perceiving, because we are now in the human realms, and we are like similarity of the appearances. Yes, because of the same similarity, habitual tendencies. Therefore, we kind of see similarity appearances, but absolutely different. We can say it's like to take the one object. I didn't say in Tibetan, but these appearances. How it is like kind of the habitual tendencies. For example, maybe we can say it's one person, one guy. For example, his parents think our sons, and maybe his wives think my husband. His sisters think he is like my brothers. Maybe friends think he's my friends. And his enemies perceive he's my enemy. But this person is a single person, nothing, but the perceivers perceive are different because of their own inside the habitual tendencies. And therefore, in the different 6 realms, there are nobody's created, nobody's, because of in our like kind of the affection of the actions in the past. We passed this habitual forming imprinting, propelled, like kind of the propelling, and propelled, and now it is the present or the currently. Then we have this appear. For example, like when we have habitual tendencies, in order to receive the hell appearances, there's no choice. But this when we perceive appearances of the hell, this nobody's gift to us, nobody's installed to us, nobody's created, because that our own individual habitual tendencies. And also same as the hunger, ghosts, animals, also humans, God, and also demigod. And even, for example, in the Buddhist point of view, sometimes we are pray like kind of the Pure Land, Devachan, Akanishta or summons. And sometimes in the pray says, you like kind of in the between of the border of the south, western something, in the far where there is the Pure Land. This is like kind of the beginner, like kind of the very much like a speediest, like kind of the conventional kind of the teaching them. That's really, if you are to have habitual tendencies in order to perceive the Pure Land, wherever you live, wherever you die, maybe there is the Pure Land. Maybe like this, and therefore here is very important things, habitual tendencies. If therefore we say it's like, please to visualize, please to more generate bodhicitta, please do not do the negative things, do more positive things. What is the real benefit? Benefit for you, nothing else. You need to yourself to create the happy cause of the habitual tendencies, destroy the negative cause of the habitual tendencies. Therefore, I'm talked a lot, and it's very important. Here is said, each individual, maybe each individual, maybe you think is the six realms, or maybe you can say each individual sentient beings. Maybe we can to say is that we are the human beings, but the human beings, how much we have different, each individual. Someone is all the time smiling, someone's all the time is happy, someone's all the time is satisfied, cheerful, and very much happy. And also is you don't much to put effort, everything's perfect family, nothing lack of food, clothes, everything looks like garden. Someone is medians, never smiling, all the time complain, sufferings, and also lack of food, lack of clothes, everything. Or someone is like everything is material level, fantastic, but very bizarre, all the time is look like suffering. If someone is like a kind of all the times, constantly, no food, no clothes, put so much effort day and night running, top of their sickness, family problem, lost the job, situation, war, pandemic, many. And this is who created, who gave. Nobody's actually, we, like our own individual done like this. This is like, and also we are the nature of the phenomena. Whatever we do, inevitable. That is Buddhas or God, or doesn't matter, you believe, not believe. The nature of the phenomenon like this. You eat poison, definitely you sick, die. If you eat medicine, definitely it can cure and can help to you. And that is like we need normally to think. And sometimes say the six realms who created. I don't believe. Who like this? Where is the hell? I don't know. I don't care. I can want to kill, stealing, doing negative things. I don't believe the karma said. But that is a little bit stupid things. Karma means it's a nothing. For example, in the Buddha's teachings point, nobody's controlling, nobody's like kind of cannot make problems ourselves. Actually, maybe it's like sometimes in the dream our life, there is one person says, if you want to kill me, you can to destroy this, contaminate my body, you do whatever you want, but you never ever damaged my mind. That is the truth, absolutely. Like this. But sometimes in our appearances, it is like this. In this case, our own, like kind of, nobody is like kind of the gift to our suffering, happiness. Of course, there is a kind of, then what you are practice, why you are visualization, why you are follow the lamas, this thing. This is kind of the condition. This is logically. For example, if you have seed of barley, rice, any kind of, you put it in the land, on the ground, and then it's like itself, of course, need to grow up. You need a little bit condition, fertilizer. Like this, everything is externally is a condition. And also it's like we studied, we have something to get methods in order to change habitual tendencies, to make better ourselves. And like this, therefore, these six realms, and we say the sufferings, where come from? The sufferings come from habitual tendencies. Here it says like the feast of the variegator, through the lower, like kind of the sentient beings, we offered to whatever they needed, which kind of the benefit for ours. We are like kind of the individual secret realms, patterns, and perceptions or the concept changed, and everything is purified, and that is the benefit. Then after it's like this, we say all the males that reach the level of the sublime Avalokiteshvara, all the male reach the level of the noble Tara Jason Dharma. Then is the three words of the samsara are liberated, their very depths, absolutely nothing there is. That is the faced variegated to lords. Like this. This is in Tibet. This our in English title is before we have. Then the Mandarin la Tanjiyins. They tar mi pamasan pardo oma ahun kona jut gulires no ta ni hundro de kana kudutsas. Matthew choron pakos no la sola. Oh yeah, you can to look in a hundred. The now is the hundreds like how do you say root text. Root text. Root text. It says, then recite the passage. Then it's a tenechere judo. Then is a tate called Legion Womak Nong. Tetan is on Dungle Raison. Pay Yan Choyer Ranju Tudanko. Todon and Chotam Udutu. Man Corbin Drani Lanchochon. Chepret no he Geritza. Nedento party insect. Yang to Donzon Dirtolo. Tan Choher don Choyo Maluka. He Zohachimbo Machu Ason. That in the hit some is going to Huyo Patella Tegaron, Telimato, Missak Chochum. Pay said the young Choyon Ranju Tudam Gong, said the capsula, Tangi and Song, La Tangic capsula, Lompali Sharonjica, Gong the Katsun Hupa, no Jason Nada Ranchen La Sopa, Teda Tamjik, Ya Concho Son, Lama Yadan Kandro, Sonji Hyoncha Sambala, Choyer Yutsu Kundran Somalan Chuni. Teda tamche la tudam tu ni parche teda tamche ko tuje na yopu tuje chang la rong lan ju rong ke cho zo cho thomo ko ndu malu pa tho song re sang da la jere jo do yan dran la tanje re song tene man ko run dran ni lan chok hyong so da ta so da ti long par mar herni man dran kun dran choma zin do pa la si kun do pa la ko choma tu ni nin rombo choma ni da lancho hyong se di khatson jere judo soko lancho khagel super lancho woman tombo lancho hyu lancho onya tas ge khalan solan tolan tandi so lancho ju yudo ju somate par hyong ni tene ji miser de cheper de nu yen ken ge geri tong tro je che yen ru san ja chu chi jena khatson mombo chotel de do choma la yo po de do choma la jere judo de kon la kon do pa de di geri choma the yet some dead out Tomchick to you like Yongchuk Sandron Bojan. Tron. Then he roll like it to net on Dome Parry. Chu dump chu drupa here party Toma, the ings Hyason, some say. I instead a tunic along the ings Hyason say. Then he gang embassy, gang and Donza Jang and but the Donzon Jang and but you Corvan Rohik Jam. Then there's a cherry to the cheap tochi to the Tomic dozen. Nhan hit个得的呢，但nhan hit当真就得见人把的dirt老呢，这玩意呢没把的才的，当他却下当却有马路去做话全部马就啊，是的，却把下个容个路波也难的，得这也难的，全看马就出马容也难的啊，这里就都，等你这人却有些叫嘛的。Choyer tenda changa chigo to chi concho san yinanda, ma riru ku sanchen yinanda, lancho geri yina, dedo tsoma to. Ti par dan derzi ku chiri to luku datsi shuoji, dedo tsom, Gong Yung Malu Patsomate, Jerizo, Choyo Conte, he Zofa Chembo Matthew Long, said he Zofa Chembo Sagite, he Nilu Chuji Ying Sagitere. He Zofa Chembo said to Matupa Zofa Chembo, Nilu Tatupa, Matupa, Rong Sani Zofa, Sani Chuku Londa, Tilon the Chagamagan Tanson, Tilon the Tondo Tadu, then in Chunkan Sage, don't choose Yell said in Chojo Upo Sage. Yamba Porton Kanji, the Yamba Yer Sage, Yansha Sage, Konyo Yogumar, Jerry the Tile Chick Dizinanda, Trova Chick Dizinanda, Tepa Chick Say Changer. Tenizo the chicken on Mato, Konyo Yogumari, Tanti Basri to Dzogchen, Serhazogger. To Hizofa Chembo Machu Chanda, Tondu to Tare Dureko. Arich Maruk Kork Dudunaji, the Yigatik. Lasso, Tatago in Tibet like this. Now in English, you say, they recite the passages, pay the guests of the offering above. Then is uncontrived great perfection as this is like you look the hundred, okay? It says that pay the heart samaya of the offering the recipients. Guests above are the restored. The accumulation being complete, the ordinary and supreme siddhis are achieved. And now I'm just to line by line, I want to say this is explanation is already we have at the above. And this is inside is yesterday we talking about the white feast and variegated feast. This is the variegated feast. It's yesterday we talking about the steam and to upper like the this is the heart samaya of the offerings. The heart samaya of the offering means it's like candle of the object of the sublime or superiors, like three like kind of the rare sublimes and three like root, three kayas or the Buddha and Bodhisattvas. Or yesterday we are like kind of through the imagination offerings and like 7 offering bowls or special so on. Guests above are restored means like 1 year offerings. They are like kind of the pleased and absolutely happy, and according that what kind of the benefit for us and accumulation like being completed for us. And yesterday said, and also is purified all the obscurations, and also we are like kind of the achieved ordinary and supreme siddhis. And then it's like kind of the feast variegation in the below like this. Below the guests of the samsara are the pleased and the karmic depths are cleared. That is like just we are talking about yesterday. The stream is going to go down to the 6 Ralamas, and also it's like 6 sentient beings, and they each individual they received, and when this nectar is received, they is transformed whatever they need, food, cloth, medicine, and so on, like this, and they are like kind of completely satisfied, contentment. And some said they pleased, and also it's like kind of for ours, which kind of we are just to say is that we purified all the like kind of karmic depths. Yesterday said we have a lot of depths For example, yesterday, past we killed, and this life is very much short. In the past, we are beating, like kind of make kind of torture to sentient beings. In this life, like kind of depth is like often to seek, uncomfortable. This kind of depth, karmic critique or karmic depths are everything clearly. And in the particularly the harmful obstacles maker are the satisfied. And also we are particularly make the generosities. We invited like who is like making harming to us, tangible or intangibles, ghost or in ghost, any kind of to say, come please to take my body. You can eat, drink, whatever you already be said. And they received when they received, they transform the nectar as whatever they needed. They are absolutely satisfied contentment. Then which kind of for us, we illness, evil like kind of spirits and obstacle are the pacified within the space. This is very important. Within the space means everything is pacified into the natural space, the natural space. And then it's like also it's like the circumstances and the clingings to self are reduced to dust. And ultimately offering recipient are all without exception and uncontrived in the natural state the great perfections as is no birth, no death, and is free from anything, and therefore is the representative of the uncontrived, the natural state. Uncontrived natural state, it is your non-conceptualization of the mind. This uncontrived, the natural state, inside and that perspective, there is like ultimate, and that perspective, the offerings offered, any kind of offering recipients are the united. They're like kind of merged into the uncontrived in the natural state, and therefore into there we are making the seal of that, the great perfections. And there's for us, okay, like this. Maybe we can do Matthew, Angola. No, I don't need. Okay, 5-10 minutes we can to stop. Come on, man, sorry. 이도 가짜도 이게 인더차 내 침도 도 가